Here's the controversial play that'll be talked about this week. Roughing the passer call on Terrell Suggs. Here's Ray Lewis after the game.
It's embarrassing to let a defensive player play his heart out, do everything he can, and you call something like that. Wow. Then you look at the replay and it's barely a touch. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. That's it. It's not hard.
Ray Lewis, right to be angry there, Rodney?
Horrible call. You can't make this call. And Tom Brady, if you're listening, take off the skirt and put on some slacks. Toughen up.
Wow. Oh.
We'll be whining the cry, baby.
Texan Nation, are you pumped up? Are you ready for Thursday? Thursday primetime game. The New England Patriots and the Houston Texans squaring off for the 8th time in franchise history. And yes, I had to do a little research. I'm fully aware that our last win was January 10th, 2010. And I was at that game, might I add, when Wes Welker tore his ACL on that final drive with about 5 minutes left. That probably was the biggest boneheaded move I've ever seen Bill Belichick did. Why? Because the Patriots were already making the playoffs anyway. Why he decided to keep his starters in the game was beyond me, because Wes Welker ended up tearing his ACL, and boy, they could have used him in that game against the Ravens that following week in New England, if you know what I mean. The New England Patriots got a 91-47-2 all-time record against the AFC South. Patriots are also 6-1 against the Texans, winning the last 3 games against us. Actually, the last 4 out of 5 since 2010. This game has a lot of definitive meaning to it. Why? Because one of these teams are going to start off 3-0. And New England has started, they've actually been 3-0 since the year 2000, I think 9 or 10 times, some crazy statistic. They've started 3-0 at least 10 of those times, 10 out of 15, which is like 2/3, 66%. Now, I was going to say a lot into this hate week. There was a lot going into this hate week. It's such a short week, man, that I really didn't get a time to just, put something together and think how I was going to present myself. Am I going to come out all crazy and shit, or am I going to come out all soft-spoken? So before I get into what I'm going to say, I want to give a shout out to Tyson, your king is here, Gabriel, the Pats fan, 4251, I think, Deshaun Parks, Billy Bob, Byron, the Pats fan, Roy Ransdell, and also I want to give a shout out to that Dolphins fan who's got that little, or the Patriots fan that got the little dolphin mime on his thing. I don't remember what his name is, but he occasionally comments on my videos here and there. So we're going to get off into this hate week. Obviously, the Texans and Patriots are not a rival, much less like the Patriots and Jets are. But nonetheless, these are two teams that kind of have a little history going way back. Obviously, they knocked us out in the playoffs, and that left a bad taste in my mouth in that divisional game as they beat us 41-28. That was when Matt Slob was our quarterback. But see, this is a different time now. If you looked at every other matchup prior to this time, okay, they did beat us last year on a Sunday night game. But this season, we got a new quarterback in Brock Osweiler, who is a fucking beast. We got LaVon Miller at the running back position, who is not an injury-prone guy. He's not like Arian Foster, who was always injury-prone. He's going to be on the field. He's going to get his touches and carries. And not to mention, we got solid receivers, especially some new rookie guys like Braxton Miller and like Will Fuller, you know. So we're going to have a whole new lineup, you know, a whole new focus, a whole new strategy going into New England. Now, we're 0-3 all-time in New England, and I think this is a perfect week to get the win in New England. And let me tell you something. If you're a Patriots fan right now, I would be fucking shitting my fucking pants right now, because you know why? You got a third-string quarterback by the name of Jacoby Brissett. Let me repeat that. You got a scrub named Jacoby Brissett. I mean, okay, he went 6 for 9 for 92 yards. I'll give you that. He still didn't manage to get one touchdown pass, minus the fact that he only played 2.5 quarters. Highly understandable. But mainly the Patriots were playing clock management during that entire rest of the game and was barely able to escape a almost San Diego choker job to Kansas City like you guys were about to do to Miami, as Miami managed to put, what, 31 points, or it was 24 points, 27 points on the board. So basically, you guys had to play clock management. This kid right here that you got does not have enough experience to be able to have the same performance or repeat the same performance, put up the same numbers that Jimmy Garoppolo did. You can tell when Jimmy Garoppolo was in the game that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick were really training this kid, grooming this kid to be the next potential Tom Brady. He went down in Miami. You got this new kid coming in, totally different scenario. This kid right here looks very nervous in the pocket. He looks very uneasy. Now, give and take. Now, you know, granted, he's only played one game or half a game, but still, I don't think he has enough experience to be groomed to put up the same numbers that Jimmy Garoppolo did. And that's exactly why I think the quarterback position is finally going to get to the New England Patriots this Thursday. And I think the Houston Texans are going to expose that weakness that New England has, and that is the quarterback position currently at the moment. I think matchups to be looking out for. I don't know if Sutter is going to be playing, or Sutter, however you pronounce his name. I don't know if J.J. Watts is going to be rushing him, or it's going to be Devin Steele, but obviously he's going to have to cover one of those guys. I want to see how David Andrews is going to do against our nose tackle, our nose guard, Vince Wilfork. I'm really looking forward to that matchup. Will he be able to stop a big 375-pound beast in Vince Wilfork? All right? Let me put it like this. It's no secret that the Patriots have a receiving core. You know, they got Danny Amendola. They got Mitchell. They also got Julian Edelman. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know if Gronkowski's playing on Thursday. I don't know what his status is, but you got the guy from Chicago, Martellus Bennett or whatever, and he's okay. I mean, he's not as good as Gronkowski, but he's almost there. But let's put it like this, man. If your offense is going to coast with this third-string quarterback, this guy that looks very nervous in the pocket, there's no way you guys are going to be able to coast and be able to have a higher score than us at the end of the game. I guarantee that will not happen. Now, if you look at the offensive side of the ball, some of the defenders to look at is obviously like Dante Hightower. He's a fucking beast. You got Devin McCourtney. You also got Malcolm Brown from University of Texas. I mean, you got some guys on the defense that could be able to... You got some guys on defense. Let me put it like that. It's no secret that the Patriots have a wonderful fan base. There's no bandwagonism, not anymore. You know, they've been winning the last 15 years. I think they've only had one losing season in the last 15 years or whatever, or 17 years since Bill Belichick's been here, since 99. Just some crazy stat I saw. They've won almost every single year in division titles except for like 2 or 3 they did not win during the Brady, Bledsoe, and Bill Belichick era. I mean, it's just some crazy fucking stats. But New England has a long history of fucking winning. But this Thursday, you guys are going to see firsthand at your quarterback position of how much of it's going to be a weakness. This kid has not had any training. He has not been groomed because they've put all the pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, basically, to have to perform. So if Jimmy Garoppolo was groomed to be the next Brady, they didn't think to groom somebody else after that. That third stringer was like, probably no way he was going to get in the game. Now he realizes he's starting. And the Patriots fans are probably a little bit nervous, just a itty bit nervous. I still think this has the potential to be close because New England is at home, so I'm going to be a little modest about it. But however, I think the Texans will win this game by a final score of 30-23 by 1 touchdown. I think it's going to go back and forth for a little while, but I just think at the end, see, the thing is with New England, they haven't been tested yet. Now, granted, they're going to say, well, Arizona's defense tested Garoppolo. Yeah, but your third-string quarterback hasn't been tested yet against a superior fucking defense. Now, Miami tested him and almost prevailed. Just wait till you play the Texans and see what happens. I'm looking forward to this game. I am. I really am. And to get it over with on Thursday, I'd prefer us to play on Sunday and drag it out the whole week. I was looking forward to trash talking with some of these guys from the Patriots, like, you know, Tyson and Billy Bob and all these guys. I don't even know if they're going to make a hate week video. I mean, I really don't hate your team because, honestly, we're just alike. Our D-League roster, as Byron, the Pats fan, puts it, has the same talent that came from your team. From coaching staff all the way down to players. I can guarantee you, if you want to beat fire, you got to fight fire with fire. And if we're going to fight fire with fire, then we got to use your same weapons against you that you've used against other teams in the past. And that's how we're going to beat you. I think secretly, Patriots fans are a little bit nervous about this game. Now, whether they want to admit it or not, is going to be based on their own perception. It's going to be based on their own intuition. They might be all like, I'm not nervous, but then when the camera's off, they're thinking about it real hard. This ain't going to be an easy win. I guarantee you, Patriots Nation, this is not going to be an easy win for you. In fact, you will not win this game. I know for a fact you will not win this game. We will win on Thursday. You understand we are going 3-0, right? We are going 3-0. Now, Will Fuller has had 100 reception yards for 2 straight games. Be looking forward to 3. Because you guys don't really have a defense. I mean, you have a couple of guys like I named on defense that are somewhat legit, but you don't have that early 2000s Patriots defense. You understand? And because you don't have that early 2000 Patriots defense, unfortunately, Will Fuller should have an easy game on Thursday. And not to mention DeAndre Hopkins. Who y'all going to put? You're going to put McCourty on Hopkins? I want to see what... I would like you guys to see what happens. Put that bitch on fucking DeAndre Hopkins and see what happens. Man, he's going to burn the fuck out of your fucking secondary. DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller are each going to have 100 reception yards in this game. Mark my words, take notes, put it down in your tablet. 100 yards reception for each one. And I want y'all right now to go grab a piece of paper and a pad, and I want you to write that shit down. And say that Steve Rose, I wanted to specifically say that Steve Rose said 100 reception yards for each guy. I'm not going to say the number of touchdowns. I don't want to go that far into predictions, but they're going to get 100 reception yards apiece. Oh, that's automatic. Especially Will Fuller's. It's done deal. It's automatic. Like I said, I know for a fact the Texans will win this game. It's not an easy win. It's going to be a hard-fought game, but finally, the quarterback position pays its toll for the Patriots because they got some no-name, unknown kid in there that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and you could tell he looks fucking nervous. I could see it on his face. I watched that whole Miami-New England game when they stuck him in there. He had one decent drive, and after that, he was completely absentee. And that's not going to be good enough to defeat a well-completed team that's got New England Patriots personnel staff plus players. So basically, we're fighting fire with fire. We're more familiarized with the demon than anybody else in the NFL and the National Football League. So that's what it's going to take to defeat the New England Patriots. We got the same winning personnel that came from New England, and that's what's going to beat the fucking Patriots this Thursday. 30-23. Mark it down and write it in your tablets when you get a chance. Be expected for Brock Osweiler to throw over 200 yards. He's going to throw for over 200 yards, Patriots Nation. I don't know how much longer I was going to go with this hate week vid. I ain't got nothing personal with any of you cats in Patriots Nation. But let's just keep it real. You know deep down inside, you're just a little bit nervous. You are a little bit nervous. Oh, shit, man. That Texan defense looks pretty good. Oh man, did you see what they did to Kansas City? They fucking desecrated that fucking Alex Smith, man. Oh, shit, man. Just wait till my quarterback gets in. What's going to happen? You're going to see what's going to happen on Thursday. On prime time in front of the entire world. The Texans are going to go 3-0, and we're going to become the first team to go to the Super Bowl hosting in our own backyard. Mark my words. We're going to be the first team to host a Super Bowl in its own backyard. We got an all-around, well-completed roster. We got a couple of missing pieces here and there, but if you look at the longevity of what we got, this is a 12-4 team right now that I'm looking at. A 12-4 team. Patriots Nation, just give it up. Not saying hate week, give it up. But for the game, you guys have a chance, realistically, of course, it's any given Thursday. However, I truly believe that your quarterback is going to have a really bad game on Thursday, and he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle against our Texan defense. Please understand that. Will he throw for a touchdown? Maybe a couple of touchdowns. He might hand it off to the running back like LeGarrette Blount, and LeGarrette Blount might, run a touchdown, but I don't really see, I don't see the Patriots. I just don't see what a third string. I'm just not convinced that a third string quarterback's going to beat us. There's no way in your hate week video that you can convince me that some third string quarterback's going to come in to beat us. Jimmy Garoppolo is an exception at the backup position because he had time to be groomed into the offense. This kid they got right here that was drafted, I think y'all drafted him in the 3rd round. This kid right here, Jacoby Brissett, he might be something in the future, but as of right now, you can't just put all your eggs in one basket and gamble on it and say, oh yeah, that kid's going to have a really good game on Thursday. Nah. He's going to be struggling really bad, and when it comes down to it, you're going to have to put points. Patriots don't have a run game, so they're going to have to depend on his arm. His arm strength is going to be the key essential here in this game, and I just don't see it. I don't see this kid. I don't see the hype. I don't see all the hype that people are putting this kid on, praising him and shit, saying he's going to be the next Dak Prescott. I highly doubt it. He kind of looks like maybe like a underperformed Dante Culpepper at best. Be expecting the Houston Texans to win this game, and we will go to 3-0. I'm that confident that we'll win this Thursday. I'm that confident. So anyways, I pretty much said everything I had to say. Sexiest man alive, and I'm signing out. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if I have to make any responses, I'll wait till they make the videos. You know what I mean? If they even make them. If they do. If they don't, they don't. It's a short week. And I just barely made mine on a Tuesday night. So I'm heading out this motherfucker. Texans Nation 3-0 going into Friday, baby.